You're good enough for Detroit, Jay.
But they can't bear what comes with dirt.
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
Here comes that pressure. Mayfield in the middle. It's intercepted. It's Derek Barnes. Seattle's got to make a stop. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to throw it back to Goff. Who had that on the bingo card? And a second. Here's a little trickery. St. Brown back to Goff. Lee Flicker's got Laporta wide open. Sam Laporta foot race towards the end zone. Diving touchdown. Unreal. 52 for the win. It is just good. Just inside the upright. Jake Bates, hometown hero. And the Lions have come all the way back. Here comes the heat. It's Hutchinson again. Number 3, the hat trick for Aiden Hutchinson.
Blocked there by Zylstra. It's caught by Jamison Williams. There he goes. Foot race with Miller. Foot race with Savage. That is 6 for number 9.
Welcome, everybody, to the live post-game show, the Pride Podcast. It's your boy, Malcolm. I'm here solo dolo today, here to talk about the game. I need everybody to come sit down with me, help me vent. Let's talk about this game. Good news is I'm not too upset about this game. I kind of been not really invested as far as the losses is concerned, because I kind of knew that this wasn't really a team that's going to compete for a championship. And if they're not going to compete for a championship and they're not going to like go all the way, if we make the playoffs or miss the playoffs, it wasn't really a matter to me. But still kind of stings because I feel like some of the guys played their ass off and they really wanted this win, but it didn't happen. So with that being said, I'm just going to start off with the positives of this game. Starting off with Jared Goff. Jared Goff looked like he left everything on the field today. He played his ass off, in my opinion. No running game. He looked like the only person that really wanted this game. When you watch the game, he looked like the only person that really wanted this game. So I want to start off with that positive. Jared Goff, tip my hat off to you for leaving it all on the field today. Aiden Hutchinson had 2 sacks today. It was good to see Aiden Hutchinson back, getting sacks today. That's a positive. Another positive with this team today is Jamison Williams. He went for another season, back-to-back seasons of 1,000 yards. Congrats to him. I want to give that to Jamison Williams for making another 1,000 yards. And last but not least, if you can take anything from this game, you can say that Tesla has a future. Tesla's look like he's going to be a force in this league one day. I'm not saying this year, next year. He's going to be really good. And once plays start opening up for him, he has a bright future. He is a positive. All right. So I just want to put that out there. Those are the only positives I have about this game. All right. The negatives. My goodness. Where y'all want to start, man? Everything that I saw today was just this is bad. This is bad. I mean, this didn't look like Detroit Lions football. Didn't look like Dan Campbell's Detroit Lions football. This was bad. You just look at the Lions as far as what happened to the running defense. It looks like they can't stop anybody right now. This is like I don't know, was it the 3rd or 4th game? They gave up 200 yards total on the ground today. This was another one. They just can't stop the run at all. And Coach Shep, man, this is not looking good. This is not looking good because this is a team that had the identity of grit. They had the identity of playing like the city of Detroit. And if one thing was for sure, that they're going to at least go out and stop. Aaron Glenn last year, he did a lot of crazy shit. And I told Tyler this. He did a lot of crazy shit. He didn't want to adjust sometimes. stuck to man coverage, never wanted to play zone, dropped everybody on some plays. Like he did a lot of crazy shit. But one thing for sure, he stopped the goddamn run. All right. If he was gonna do one thing, he's gonna stop the run. This team is not looking good as far as the defense. They can't stop the run. I mean, the secondary, yeah, we're banged up, but yeah, I call a spade, man. We don't have no corners. We have a whole bunch of C corners out there. Even when healthy, we have a bunch of C corners. We don't have no elite corners. We don't have no shutdown corner. We don't have nobody's gonna really lock anybody down. We have a good group. I mean, they're serviceable, but they're not gonna lock anybody down. And you're gonna see games like this where teams complete damn near everything on them. So the whole defense itself, man, it just hasn't been good. But mainly the running defense is like what the hell's going on? When you can't stop the run, the game is pretty much over. Right? I see this game. I've seen the result of this game before the game ended. I knew that there was one team who was able to run the ball. There was one team who was able to go down the field easier because they had everything open. They was able to run the ball. They was able to pass the ball. The Lions, on the other hand, they completely took away our running game. Completely took it away. And they made Jared Goff throw the ball 50-plus times. That was their game plan. And then tip your hat off to them. It worked. They said, hey, we're going to take away the running game and let Jared Goff throw the ball 50 times. Usually, statistically, when that happens, the Lions don't win. I don't think we ever won a game where Jared Goff threw the ball 50-plus times. And this was another game that's into that statistic that he threw the ball 54 times and we don't win the game. And it's not fault of Jared Goff. I don't think it's his fault. I think he still played a very good game. He played a clean game. Other than that, that safety he gave, but really wasn't his fault. Protection's fault. He played a well game. So it's not that. It's just the whole defense itself. It's just a mess. Everything is just a mess right now. Everything's a mess right now. So this team right now, it's looking like right now, when you look at like what's going on with this team as far as them, do you think this team can make the playoffs right now? That was it. That was it, guys. Like the only way this team making the playoffs right now is this team. If every other team ahead of us completely goes to shambles and just lose the rest of the games, that's the only way that this team is making the playoffs. But do you even want them to make the playoffs right now? That's the question. Do you even want this team in the playoffs? Because if they go into the playoffs, more than likely they're going to be in and out. So it doesn't even really matter to me. No, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but if they go in, they're going to be right out. So to me, it doesn't even matter. Speaking of the running game, as far as Pittsburgh Steelers doing a good job taking our running game away, what happened to our running game? That's what I want to know. That's a good question right now. What happened to our running game? Why was it so bad today? This was a team that they had identity in the past that they could run on anybody. They were able to move guys up front, create these big lanes, pull these guards, and make these rushing lanes for these running backs and make the game much easier. Make the game easier for Goff and make the game easier for everybody. The play caller, everybody. But what happened? What happened? I mean, we rushed the ball 12 times. They completely abandoned it because, I mean, I get it. It went nowhere. But they abandoned it. They abandoned it early. And they made our team one-dimensional. I mean, there's so many things going on with this team right now that you can't really pinpoint exactly what it is. There's so many things going on right now. You got some play calling issues. You got some personnel issues, defensive issues. I just don't think that the game plan was for Jared Goff to throw the ball 54 times. It just not a good look. All right. And another question I have that I want to just put out there is why can't this Lions team beat a good team? I'm not talking about like no Dallas Cowboys who are coming in hot, still trash. I'm not talking about the Chicago Bears week 2. We played in week 2 and they're still figuring it out. They don't know They're still drinking Similac out of the bottle. They're babies. They're a fresh team. I'm not talking about the Bears who play week 2. I'm just saying, like, why can't we be a good team? This year just has it. We can't beat a good. It's like, why can't we beat a good team? It's tough, man. It's tough just knowing that with everything that this team went through, as far as all the changes and the culture change, and that we're still battling this in 2025. We're still talking about, the Lions can't beat good teams in 2025. We're talking about this right now. It's mind-boggling. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this game was just it was lopsided. I mean, it's crazy enough. We had a shot to win this game. That's as crazy as it is. That we had a shot to win this game that I don't think we should have won. I think the team that should have won. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers won. I think they played better than us this game. Both sides of football. They deserve to win. The ending was completely I don't even know what the fuck. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know what happened at the end. I don't know what happened, but they deserve to win. They won the game, all right? I don't want to hear anything about the refs. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I was on X and I saw a whole bunch of people talking about DK Metcalf and he should have been ejected and yada yada yada. It doesn't matter, guys. DK Metcalf in and he was out. He was at home. It doesn't matter. We would have lost this game regardless. DK Metcalf wasn't the X factor on why we lost this game. Him being out there doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I know he's gonna be suspended going forward, but for this game, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Why are we talking about DK Metcalf and he should be ejected or what? It doesn't matter. He did nothing. He wasn't like an X factor in this game. If he was out there or if he was out there, we would have lost this game regardless. I don't care about DK Metcalf. So as far as the refs, we gotta stop blaming the refs right now. We gotta look at ourselves and be like, damn, this team's just not good enough. This Lions team is just not good enough, guys. That's just what it is. What it is. We're not the elite team, and it's crazy how you're going to begin the season, and this team was like the top dog. We're talking about being one in the power rankings and the best team in the league. So now missing the playoffs and just not being it. I know when I have Tyler and Pierre back on here, we're gonna have a full discussion on what the hell went wrong this season. But it's just a lot. It's just a lot right now. Right now is a lot. This is a good question right now that I want to actually bring out to everybody, and maybe you can give me your opinion. All right. And in that first drive, and I just want to see, is it me? All right. In that first drive with the Detroit Lions, when they had the ball offensively, they got the ball over to they got the ball in the red zone. And on 4th down, Dan Campbell decided to go for it instead of kicking a field goal. In that play, we didn't get it. Now, hindsight, if Dan Campbell kicked that field goal, that last drive, completely different. Now we're only down by 3. Actually, no, we're down by 2. And we just need a field goal to win the game. This is why I say all the time, field goals matter. A lot of people, yeah, you're there, you want to score 7. I get it. But this is why field goals matter. If you would have kicked that field goal in that first drive, the score at that point is now 29-27. Jared Goff, all he needs to go down is to march on the field to get a field goal instead of marching down and needing a touchdown. My opinion, I think he should have kicked the field goal. And especially look at it now. Because you're like, oh shit, yeah, we would have won the game. But y'all tell me in the comments, what do y'all think? What would have y'all done if y'all were the coach and you was in that situation? Is Dan Campbell too aggressive with these 4th down calls? Is he reckless with it? Or is he doing it right? Like, I mean, I know that's his identity. This is what got us here in the years past, but what would you have done in that drive? Let me know. All right, so I don't have my guys here. It's just me. this post game show is going to be pretty quick, guys. I'm gonna just let you guys know how I felt about the game, which is not good. I'm gonna go ahead and just go through the Oopsy Doopsy and Baller of the week. I'm gonna do that right now. Just give the Oopsy Doopsy and Baller. Usually Tyler does it, but since I'm the only one here, I guess I'll do both. So first, I guess I'll go with the Baller of the week. All right, so Baller of the week. Just making this quick, guys. Baller of the week. I am going with Jared Goff. Yeah, Jared Goff today is the Baller of the week. And the reason why I'm giving it to Jared Goff is because he is the only one that actually played with grit today. He actually looked like he wanted it. That drive at the end of the game, he marches down the field and got us in position to win. We didn't win, but he marches down there. And Jared Goff, if you can say one thing about this team, that this season wasn't on Jared Goff's fault. This season wasn't Jared Goff's fault. I think he played the best of his ability. This team itself is just a disaster. So the Ball of the week goes to Jared Goff. All right, so then get that out of the way. Let's go right into Oopsy Doopsy of the week.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Man, so Oopsy Doopsy of the week. I'm gonna give it to Coach Shep. Coach Shep and anybody that was involved in the running defense and stopping the run. This Oopsy Doopsy of the week goes to you, man. I'm telling you, like, to give up over 200 yards on the ground, to make this game that much harder for the Lions. I mean, it's a real debate right now. If I know a lot of people are talking right now on X, should Coach Shep even be back next year? Should both coordinators be back? I know the offensive coordinator damn sure shouldn't be back because he was a waste of space, a waste of a hire, waste of a payroll, waste of everything. I mean, I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did this year besides fuck us up. I'm talking about John Moran. I don't know what he did. What did John Moran do? Well, why is he here? We need a real offensive play caller. He needs to go. I mean, best case scenario, and I've been talking this about my guys. I live out here in Miami, so I've been seeing Mike McDaniel work. Yes, he's not a good head coach, guys, but damn it, if they fire him in the Miami Dolphins, they fire him, please bring him to Detroit. That brother could call plays. Hopefully, if that happens, I think we'll be in good shape because he's very creative. He's a very smart guy, young, very creative. So they fire him in Miami, bring him to Detroit to be our OC. That's what I'm hoping. All right, but yeah, Johnny Morton, he got to go. Coach Shep, man, this is debatable. Should you go too? It's tough. I can't argue with it. This team has been bad, and mainly it's your unit, buddy. This defensive unit has been horrible. We can't stop the run, can't stop the pass. There's some games where our pass rush goes invisible. And there's some games where they come alive. But it's like a roller coaster. There's no consistency with this team. None. Zero. And I wouldn't be shocked if Coach Shep is replaced. What do you guys feel? Does Coach Shep deserve another shot as a defensive coordinator in Detroit? I mean, looking at this unit, they gave up 230 yards on the ground. And this is not the first time this happened. And this is like the first time I'm like, maybe a fluke game. Maybe it's a fluke game. But this is happening way too much. This happened too much. This is like the third or fourth time we gave up over 200 yards on the ground. You can't do that and expect to win. If you're giving up all these rushing yards on the ground, how? How do you expect to win? 200 yards on the ground, you're going to lose the game. There's a shot that we might be looking for two coordinators next year. That's crazy. This whole experiment this didn't work out. And this is why Dan Campbell said we may have had our only shot in 2013. 2013, you look at that team, look at that year. We had an amazing offensive line. Frank Ragnar was there. We had all our guys up front. The coordinators, they were in complete rapport with the players. The players were in rapport with the coordinators. We know what they wanted to do. They know what we wanted to do. The only thing we were missing that year was probably a corner and maybe another pass rusher. But even they were still making it work. They're still stopping the run. They had an identity defensively. And then we had a really great play caller. Great offensive line. Yeah, I mean, Dan Campbell was right. That may have been our only shot. That's what sucks. Now it's like, now we're going to 2026. We're thinking like, oh shit, who's going to be our OC? Is Coach Shepson? Is Coach Shepson still going to be here? I don't know if they're going to fire him. I don't know if they're going to fire him because I feel like they have this connection, this rapport. I'm talking about like Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. I think they have this rapport with him. I don't know, but it's not looking good. And I want to be. It's a coin flip on if he's here or not next year. It's a coin flip. I'm hoping that if he's going to be here, just do the job and do the job right. And you know, this Lions as a fan base, we have expectations for this defense. All right, we have expectations for this defense. We have expectations for this team now. All right, this is not 2020 Lions. All right, this is not the 2000 Lions. This is not the 2015 Lions or the 2009 Lions. This is not those Lions. All right, we have expectations. We have expectations. All right, as far as this defense, what we expect from this defense. Stopping the run is what we expect. Grit. Where is grit? I haven't seen grit all year. They haven't shown me no grit this year. Whether Coach Shep is here or not, it has to get fixed. This running, they got to go back to their identity, stopping the run, and getting back to Detroit Lions football, man. Getting back to Detroit Lions football. It's not gonna happen this year, guys. This year's a wrap. All right, wrap it up. It's done. We're not making the playoffs. We shouldn't make the playoffs. This team doesn't deserve to make the playoffs. This is what it is. But next year, going in next year, they got to go back. They go back to their identity and find that grit. Want it a little bit more than the other team do. And dig deeper. All that shit Dan Campbell used to preach. And go out there and get it done. Because this year just has not been it. That has not been it. And it's a bigger issue than just the players. Yeah, we have injuries. And the injury is a big part of it. You know, the secondary is banged up. We probably win a couple more games if we had our whole secondary out there. Maybe. Who knows? But the problem just goes way deeper than that. The injuries had nothing to do with us not being able to run the ball or Dan Campbell completely excluding David Montgomery from game plans. Or it is the stuff that we went through like at the beginning of the season with Jameson Williams not getting the ball, or all that had nothing to do with injuries. It was an us issue. Us. We're not getting it done. And you guys got to take accountability, man. That's what it is. What it is. This year is us. Can't blame the refs. Injuries, it sucks, but it happens to everybody. Everybody's injured. Can't blame injuries. It is what it is. It's us. Can't stop the run. Can't do shit. Huh. What we got next? We got Christmas. I can't believe the guys playing on goddamn Christmas. Christmas is the one day that I didn't want to think about Detroit Lions football right now. I just wanted to spend time with the family, open gifts, and call it a day. Now I got to watch the Detroit Lions play. And a game that pretty much doesn't matter right now. Doesn't matter. We're not making the playoffs, guys. It's not happening. But I'm going to be invested. I'm going to watch anyway. Why? I don't know. I do not know. This is fucking sad. Fucking sad. Man, I think that's it, man. I don't think I have anything else. I mean, I gave the ball of the weeks. I gave the Oopsy Doopsy. This game was ass. It was, you know what? Let me not say it was ass, because it was actually a good game, especially towards the end. There was some excitement there. Didn't go our way. The team that should have won. And that's that, man. I guess I will see everybody, me and Tyler and Pierre. See y'all Christmas, man. Are y'all to tune in Christmas? Are y'all tune in Christmas or watch the Lions? No, I don't know. I guess. I'll see y'all Christmas. We'll give the pregame show and postgame show. Talk about the Vikings. Look like they're gonna be without. I'm not sure if they're gonna be with or without JJ McCarthy. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. 8-7, man. Jesus, this is like this reminds me of. It really reminds me of a Jim Caldwell team. This year, I'm not saying like everything is Jim Caldwell-ish. This just feels like Jim Caldwell as far as like not being able to beat good teams. You're gonna be nobody good this year. Being 9-7. I mean, we're 8-7. Might end up being 10-7. End of the year 10-7. I mean, that's Jim Caldwell like. This year is nothing but Jim Caldwell. This is Jim Caldwell. This is like Jim Caldwell 2.0 season. This is what I'm calling this year. Jim Caldwell 2.0 season. Man. How do we get back to this? You'll think that we're done. You'll think that we're done with all this. All that stuff was behind us, and we're just going to be a good team and compete year in, year out, and maybe one day win a championship and be able to go to a Lions parade and do all this and that. We thought that's what we thought our future was, man. But look, we're right back to Jim Caldwell. We're right back to Jim Caldwell. This year is nothing but Jim Caldwell. This is like a Jim Caldwell 2.0. That's sad. We can't. It's still this damn Steelers. Like, why can't we beat them? Like, why can't we beat the goddamn Steelers? It's like the Seahawks. Like, what the hell's going on? I don't know. All right, guys. There's a lot of you guys on here, and it's just me. So for all y'all to just come on here, just listen to me. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, we'll be back Christmas. Talk about the Vikings game. And with that being said, guys, thank you for joining. I'm out. Peace.